Hey guys, hope you all are having a good day. In this video, we will cover the basics of relational algebra and relational calculus to solve the SQL queries. This is the first part of series of videos where we will be learning how to solve complex SQL queries using relational algebra and relational calculus. This video is structured as follows. First, we will cover the overview of SQL and relational databases, and then we will look into the terms that is commonly used in relational databases. Once that basics are all covered, we will look into relational calculus and relational algebra. In this video, we will be covering only the two operations of relational algebra, that is selection operation and projection operation. All the other operations will be covered as part of the future videos. And at last, we will have a look at the examples of how to apply relational calculus and relational algebra in a simple table. Database is nothing but a collection of tables, and if the tables are related to one another, that is relational database. SQL is a structured query language which we can use to retrieve information from the database, and we can do analysis to draw some valuable insights from it. That is the reason why SQL is a most in-demand skills for data analysts and data scientists. Not only that, we can use R and Python to connect to SQL databases, and we can make use of SQL queries in them. But this does raises a question that we already have Excel and Access, then why do we need SQL? The reason is because Excel and Access has a size limit. We cannot store a huge amount of data. But on the other hand, SQL can handle a terabytes of data which has a lots of related tables. There are commonly used terms in databases, and it is really important to know them. We all know the commonly used terms like rows, columns, and tables. These are known as database terms, but there are relational terms which is similar to database terms. I have taken a sample table which has information about student name and their age. Let's look at the database terms and relational terms in detail so that we know how similar they are. What we call as a table in database terms is known as a relation in relational terms, and each record is known as row in database terms, but it is known as a tuple in relational terms. Student ID, last name, first name are known as column in database terms, but they are known as attribute in relational terms. So a tuple is nothing but a collection of attribute values, and relation is nothing but a collection of tuples. So we can say row in database term is nothing but a tuple in relational terms, and column in database term is nothing but an attribute in relational terms. Relation is made up of collection of tuples, and tuple is made up of collection of attribute values. Now that we know the terms that is commonly used in relational database, let's look at relational calculus and relational algebra. Relational calculus is an outcome-based approach. So what I mean by that is we mention what we want rather than worrying about the process behind it. So let's take an example of a student table that I mentioned before. In this example, let's say that I want to find the students whose age is greater than 15. By visual inspection, we can say that the row number 101, 105 and 106 has age greater than 15. Relational calculus is somewhat similar to that. It is like saying I want the rows where the age is greater than 15. So if we want to represent in general English term, we can represent it as I want the set of rows that obey the following condition. Relational calculus is represented as follows. We will give the columns that has to be retrieved on the left side of the pipe operator and the condition that it has to satisfy on the right side of the pipeline operator. So in the previous example, we need the last name and first name column of the member table M, where the condition is age should be greater than 15. To represent this in relational calculus, we'll mention the last name and first name column on the left side of the pipeline operator, and it has to be retrieved from the table member. M is nothing but an alias for the member table, and we will give the age condition on the right side of the pipeline operator. As you can see, the relational calculus is an outcome-based approach where we give what we want first rather than the process behind it. On the other hand, relational algebra is a process-based approach. What do I mean by that is we perform a sequence of operation in order to get the results that we want. So in this video, we will be checking out the select and project operations. All the other operations will be covered as part of the future videos. The select operation is used to retrieve the rows that satisfy certain conditions. It is represented by a Greek symbol sigma. The conditions that are to be satisfied is given at the subscript, and the table from which it has to retrieve is given on the brackets. The next operation that we're going to see is project operation. Project operation is used to retrieve a subset of columns from the table. In relational terms, we can say that it is used to retrieve a subset of attributes. So project operation is represented by pi symbol, and the columns that we have to retrieve is given as a subscript, and the table from which we're going to retrieve the column is given in the bracket. Now we know how to perform selection and projection operation. Let's see how to combine them together to get the answer for the question that we have. For example, in the previous question, we saw how to retrieve the students whose age is greater than 15. We performed the selection operation to retrieve the rows where the age is greater than 15, and then we performed projection operation to retrieve the columns of last name and first name. We can combine the results and represent it as follows to get the results. Now let's see how to use relational algebra and relational calculus to solve questions in a single table. For this example, I have taken a simple members table where we have members ID, first name, last name, and member type. So in this table, we need to find the members whose member type is senior. So let's see how to solve this in relational algebra. I made use of a selection operation to get the rows where the member type equal to senior from the member table, and then using projection operation I get the last name and first name columns, and then combining together the selection and projection operation I will get the results in relational algebra. In the same way, in relational calculus, as it's an outcome based approach, I will mention that I want the last name and first name column from the member table M on the condition that member type equal to senior. We will write what we want on the left side of the pipeline operator, and we will mention the condition on the right side of the pipeline operator. SQL follows a similar method as that of relational calculus. We will make use of a select operator to select the columns last name and first name, and we will make use of a from operator to select the table from which we are getting the last name and first name column, that is member table, and then we will make use of where operator to give the condition member type equal to senior. So combining all this together, we will get the answer for the question. Let's take one more example and see how to apply relational algebra and relational calculus to get the results. For this example, we are going to find the members where the gender type is of female. So to solve this question using relational calculus, as we did in the previous method, we will give the condition gender type is equal to F in using selection operation, and then we will select the last name and first name column using projection operation. We will combine the selection operation and projection operation to get the rows where gender type is equal to female. Similarly, in relational calculus, we will mention the last name and first name columns on the left side of the pipeline operator, and then we will give the condition gender type is equal to female on the right side of the pipeline operator. The SQL follows a similar pattern as that of a relational calculus. SQL, we will make use of a select operator to select the columns which we want, that is last name and first name, from the member table M, and then we will make use of where operator to give the condition gender type is equal to female. Combining all this, we'll get the results in SQL. The key takeaway from this video is as follows. Relational database is made up of collection of tables which are related to one another, and SQL is used to define and retrieve relational database. Relational calculus is an outcome-based approach, and relational algebra is a process-based approach. We can follow both of this method to query the data. And that's it for this video. In the following videos, we will see how to make use of relational algebra and relational calculus to solve complex SQL queries. Having this both method will make your life a lot easier, because the questions which we have in SQL are sometimes tedious. We can make use of these methods to solve them at ease. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please do subscribe and press the bell icon so that you get notified for my next video.